Welcome back to another reading and correcting with me, Kindar, the Tiger Writes, and Ty, the Tiger Supervisor. These are where I read a chapter from one of my stories and correct it as I go. If you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. And if you are looking to support me, that is on my Patreon. Today we are doing chapter 8 of Trustless Shadows. I wake up slowly. Even once my eyes are open, it takes far too long for me to understand what that means. That the ceiling is what I'm looking at takes minutes to register. That it's white, a few more, and finally I realize it's metal. I'm lying on something hard, the floor. It's cold under my hands, so also metal. This state of not quite consciousness is strange. Normally I come awake instantly, body and mind. Did the electricity cause this? I've been subjected to electricity before. Amanda made sure it was one of the method used to test my resistance to pain. It hadn't been pleasant, but it had never been this intense. I try to move, but my body protests. This is worse than any punch demons have given me. Well, those only hurt in places. This is everywhere. How long have I been here? How much damage did I have to heal from? I force myself to a sitting position. Doing that takes most of the strength I have. My trench coat is gone, but I still wear my jeans and shirt. There's a hole in the pants where that thing hit. The edge of it are burned. I don't have any visible damage. I run my tongue over my teeth, feeling for the cracked one. Nothing. I know from experience I can regrow a tooth under 2 weeks, but I didn't know a damaged one could repair itself. Amanda never left partially broken teeth in my mouth after a fight. I look around. The walls are metal. The walls are metal like the floor and ceiling. There are deep gouges in place, no windows. The light comes from two strings. Two strings of light. The illumination. The illumination comes from two strings of lights encased in metal mesh in the corners of the wall. This is a cell. I take a breath. The smells are old, but there have been demons in here. Multiple ones. This isn't the headquarters. Amanda never kept demons prisoners. I would have known. I would have smelled them. My attackers were organized, skilled. They knew to use a stun baton powerful enough to affect me. They also had a sniper ready. That seems to indicate Amanda told them about me. She knows what I'm capable of. She made me, after all. I don't know of anyone who captures demons, but I know next to nothing about who else is out there fighting and killing demons. There's the military, but if Amanda did it, there must be others. I don't even know what the military does after taking down a demon. Do they just destroy the body, capture it alive for studies? The door opens with clanging sounds. Before I can think of getting up, let alone get my body to obey me, people rush in. 15 men and women dressed in the same type of armor as those who attacked me. They line the wall, looking at me. They don't have anything on them I recognize as weapons, but each of them holds a box with a handle and a trigger. They think of them as weapons, but I can't imagine what they do. A man enters, dressed differently. The cut and colors are similar, but it's missing the armor, and there are decorations at the shoulder. Patches of color glints in the light. He nods to the woman on his right. She points the box at me. I don't move. If they wanted me dead, they wouldn't have let me wake up. She presses the trigger, and the end of the box opens to shoot prongs at me. I don't even feel them when they hit me. I look at the thin wire connecting them to the box. Is this supposed to... My body tenses and pain courses through it. When it's gone, and I'm panting, I'm also lying back on the floor. I'm also lying on the floor again. I pull the prongs out and, with an effort, get back to a sitting position. Now, the man says, I hope this was enough of a demonstration. It was the second. It was 1 second at half strength. Each of those soldiers has one and has been instructed to use them on you the moment you do something I haven't told you. I haven't told you. Do you understand? I nod. Soldiers mean army, which means military. They never wore these colors when I saw them on the television. I never seen them in the city. I made sure to never be close to where they were. Good. I'm Major Wise. You're going to stand and follow me. You and I have things to talk about. Getting to my feet takes work, and my body is shaking by the time I manage it. Why do you... Nope. It's part exhaustion and part anger. I can't tell. He can't tell I'm angry. If he could, he wouldn't keep standing there. He has to know I'm fast enough to reach him and break his neck before they hit me with those things. He turns his back to me and leaves the cell. My legs are unsteady as I follow him. I focus on that instead of my anger. Soldiers are around me, but just out of reach. I could take one down, maybe 2 or 3, but then I'd be in pain again. The corridors remind me of headquarters, white and featureless, except for doors. Here there are none of the occasional windows that let people look in on the tests being run on me. The doors are different, metal, where they were wood. After a few turns and many doors, he opens one. The room is large, with a round table in the middle. There are 8 chairs around it. He points to one. Sit. I sit. From here, I face the large screen on the wall. The man sits 3 chairs on my left. Everyone else positions themselves along the walls, except where the screen is. They stop on each side. I really don't need to. You are Dr. Walker's 4th trial. I don't respond. This confirmed they know Amanda. She considered you one of our best one until you went rogue and helped a demon. One of the old ones, according to her report. I keep my face expressionless. She reported to them? I thought she was in charge. You're coming with us to rescue her. No. He smiles. He shows teeth and looks amused. This isn't a negotiation. I tell you what to do and you do it. No. Let me tell you something. You might think you're this big, unstoppable thing, but you're nothing here. I'm in charge. If needed, I have ways of getting you to cooperate. I look around the room at the soldiers standing. I take my time, pausing on each one as if I was studying him or her, evaluating them. No, you don't. Just one of them can render you unconscious. Then all we have to do is bring you with us. That still won't make me help you. He sighs. Okay, have it your way. I tried to be nice. I tried to keep this about you and me. But you want to be stubborn? Fine. Let's see what you think about this. He raises a hand, and one of the soldiers behind him takes a step forward. I ready myself for some sort of attack, but all the man does is pull a folder out of his jacket and hand it to the major. He places it on the table and slides it to me. Go ahead, look in it. The folder contains pictures. The ones on top are of a woman, dark skin, much darker than mine, with short frizzy hair. She wears a gray suit in one picture and points to something out of frame with a serious expression. In another, she wears something less severe and is smiling. The next 2 are of a child, very young, although I can't tell her age or the gender. There's a resemblance in the face between the child and the woman. They have the same shape to their nose and blue eyes. Child and mother. The next picture has 2 of them, has the 2 of them in it with a man. The child is between them. They are outside in a park. It's sunny, and they are in the shadow of a tree on a blanket, eating and laughing. The man's skin is lighter than both the woman and child. His hair is straighter, cut short. He's lean, but has visible muscle under the shirt. I don't have to look hard to see the resemblance between the man and child. They share the shape of their jaw and ears. The man is the father. And then I realized the man is me. So he did have a family. This man had been before Amanda made me. After I found out I was the result I was the result of injecting a pulverized demon soul stone into this man instead of having been built, as she had previously said, I asked if he had a family. She hadn't known. She hadn't cared. The man looks happy and my anger flares. How could she do this to him? Take him away from his family. If you don't do what I tell you, I'm going to send Soldier to her house. When I don't react to his word, he continues, they are going to hurt your wife and daughter. I take a moment to study my reaction to his word. My anger isn't at him. It's for what Amanda did. Do I want to hurt these two people? No. I'd rather no human were hurt. Can I do anything to prevent it from happening? No. Do I even want to stop it? I have no answer. I put the picture in the folder and close it. I don't care. My response surprises him. Did you hear what I said? I'm going to have your wife hurt if you don't do what I tell you. I look him in the eyes. I am not helping you. He stands and smacks the table with his hand and leans forward on them. Listen to me, you piece of demon shit. I own you. You think Walker made you with her own money? She works for us. We provided her the funds for her research, which means everything she made is ours. Do you get what that means? I can break your neck before anyone has the time to react. Then I can use your body and this table as cover from their weapons. She tried to do it without me seeing, but I saw the soldier had to replace the front of her weapon after she used it on me. It was a slow process. I can kill a quarter of the people in this room while they are busy doing that. I can use their bodies as weapons against the other. I let the words sink in, watching worry fill his eyes, then turn to fear. The soldiers shift in place nervously. Amanda made me to kill demons. You don't scare me. The major furtively glances around the room. You can't take us all down. His voice lacks conviction. He looks at the table. It's bolted down. I look around the room casually again. Maybe they'd take me down, but you'll already be dead. One hit, and your neck is broken. You won't even realize what happened. I kick at one of the table's leg. The snap is loud. The major and guards jump. Weapons are raised and pointed at me. In the following silence, the broken leg falls to the floor. He backs away. He's 5 feet from me when he stops. He calms down. He thinks he's safe, out of reach. By now, the soldiers are ready for me, or so he thinks. I can't win this fight anymore, but I can still kill him if I want to. If I want to. Stop worrying. I'm not going to kill you. Any of you. I don't kill humans. He's still trying to work out if I'm telling the truth when the door opens. A woman enters. She's older. Her hair is gray, and her face is wrinkled. She wears a uniform similar to the major, but the decoration on her shoulders are more elaborate. She looks around. What's going on? Her voice is sharp. Nothing, Colonel. The man is visibly cowed by her. Really? Then why did I hear something that sounded like a gunshot? The major hesitates. He kicked out one of the legs. She bends and looks under the table. Why did he do that? He was threatening my life. And why would he do that? He threatened to have my wife and daughter killed. I say the words, but that's all they are. I understand that they have meaning from conversations with Jason about what makes a family, why people care so much about them, but they don't mean anything to me. She places a finger on the folder and sighs. Do I want to know why you threatened them? He wouldn't cooperate, ma'am. My orders were to get him to help us rescue Dr. Walker. So you decided to threaten an innocent family. She opens the folder and spreads the pictures. Do you know who they are? No, I answers. She nods. Tell me, Major, did you bother reading Derick's file? I read the parts that matter. Then how did you miss the part he had? How did you miss that he has no memory of Master Sergeant Ferguson's life? That's still his wife, ma'am. She sighs again. Derick, what do you feel towards these two people? Nothing. Would you seek to save their lives if they were threatened? I consider the question. I've seen plenty of we humans be threatened. The only time I've acted on it was when demons were involved. Would I do anything different with these two? Not if humans are doing it. Why not? I've come to realize that humans thrive on hurting each other. I won't waste my time trying to keep them from doing what they enjoy. She winces. How useful do your threats sound now, Major? The man looks uncertain. I couldn't know, ma'am. If you would if you'd bother reading all his file. You would if you'd bother reading his entire file. Dr. Walker was quite clear in her reports as to the extent of Derick's emotional connection with the rest of us. How little success Dr. Gord had in getting him to feel like he was one of us. So Jason didn't report to them too. And where in my orders did it say to resort to threats? I instructed you to find him and bring him here. I just found out that you attacked him and that 2/3 of that unit are now in the infirmary. He didn't want to come. Did you even bother asking? No, of course not. You sent an armed unit, clearly underarmed at that, and just expected him to come along quietly. He was built as a weapon. What did you think his response was going to be? To sing you a lullaby? I did what was needed, ma'am. Her exasperation strangles her sigh. Just get out of here. You're dismissed, Major, and take them with you. The man looks from her to me. Is that wise? What if he attacks you? She regards him. Now I know you didn't bother reading his file. There's a long list of observations on him since he broke from Dr. Walker. Chief among them is that Derick doesn't initiate fights. He responds to them. Now get out. Go find Harry and tell him to join me. The Major salutes her and leaves. The guards look at each other before following him out. And that concludes Chapter 8 of Trustless Shadows. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like. If you want to know when the next chapter is going to be up, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to read this book, as well as the other in the trilogy, they are available on Kindle Unlimited. If you want to support me in a different way, that is on my Patreon, where you can get access to basically everything I've written. And if you are looking to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. The links are in the notes, and with that, I shall wish you a good day.